everything. Mechanics, movement,
Okay.
map awareness, farming, laning,
Well, what is
pretty
some?
much everything.
Well, what is something that you just blatantly fail at? Do you think? Now, I'm asking you this because I need to understand your level of awareness, like your level of self-awareness. Because the reason why people struggle in the game is because it's not because they're not talented or they're not skilled or anything. It's just that they have no self-awareness. They're unable to determine when a situation is their fault, versus when a situation is like inevitable and they can't do anything about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. Just yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. You sound defeated.
Sorry?
You sound very defeated. Is there a reason?
Oh, yeah, you play 1,000 games of ADC, kind of lose your mental.
I can see. I can just kind of sense it in your voice. Like you've given up. It feels like. Am I wrong, or is it just like?
A little bit. I don't really like when I play. I don't even focus anymore. I kind of just go in and play.
So then the issue isn't League of Legends, is it?
My mental.
Well, is it your mental? I don't know. Well, you've already told me just from this brief conversation that your issue isn't League. Now, if I coached you on League of Legends, I don't think it'll help you because there's a bigger issue than just League of Legends. Somewhere down the line, you have stopped caring, which I understand. You've played a
I
thousand.
definitely care, but like I wouldn't play the game if I didn't care.
That's true. That's true. But somewhere down the line, like, I don't know, you've hit like some like weird state of unconsciousness when you play and you're just playing to play.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah.
where did that stem from? Like, why is that? Because that's the biggest issue. Like, I don't care how bad your fundamentals are. If you're not able to be focused in game, it doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like how good you are talented wise.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the issue there then?
Again, I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to just know. I enjoy the game. That's why I play it.
Well, okay, a better question I guess would be, you're autopiloting most of the time when you're playing. Is this like false?
Yeah, so it's true.
Okay. Now the question is, why are you autopiloting?
I don't know. I hate losing, and when I try like really hard and I lose, I get even more pissed off.
So it's an emotional thing.
It could be, yeah.
Well, why do you get angry when you're pissed off, right? Like I lose games, right? Like earlier on the stream, I was playing Hecarim, and my entire team was just like 0-12. But the next game, I hard smashed. Just hard carried it, right?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, I'm just stuck in the same elo for years, you know? It's a little frustrating.
I can imagine, yeah, it is frustrating. But we have to understand that emotions are not going to change anything. They're only going to hinder you more. Or at least the wrong emotions are going to hinder you. Right? So before we even touch the game, you have to be okay mentally. Like you have to be prepared to lose. When you queue up, it's 50-50. You either win or you lose. Right? But you have to be prepared to lose as well. You can't queue up to win. You have to queue up to like play, and whatever happens, it happens.
Yeah.
See, you need to change the mindset, or you need to change your goal. Your goal is not to win the game when you play League of Legends. It's never to win. Winning is a byproduct of doing the right things. Your goal is to do the right processes. That's always your goal. It's never to win. If you win, you win. Whatever. If you lose, you lose. Doesn't matter. It's out of your control. But what isn't out of your control is the processes that you consistently refine. Or have to refine.
So just focus on improving. That's it.
Well, everyone says that. Right?
Right.
Doesn't everybody say everyone says focus on improving. Everybody says don't tilt. Everybody says focus on. It's all bullshit, because they don't break into detail when someone says just focus on improving. Right? If I told you to focus on improving and don't worry about the game, is that truly going to help you? Has anyone ever told? People have told you that before, most likely.
Yeah.
OPGG is a little unreadable, yeah. It's because of my browser. Let me change the browser. Let me open Chrome here. People have told you that, oh, just focus on the game. Focus on yourself. Everyone, it doesn't work, right? What you have to be aware of, you have to be aware of, like, what's going to help you win is your CSing, your trading, your fundamental, your basics. Now, if you do really well with your basics and you lose the game, you've technically won. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if I do everything right.
You've lost the battle, but you're winning the war, is what I'm trying to say, right? You could lose 5 in a row after this coaching session, and it means absolutely nothing. You can win 5 in a row, and it absolutely means nothing, right? Because if you win the game, but you don't follow the basic principles of the game, and you don't consistently refine on them, but you still won, you've actually lost. Because you've won the battle, but you're still losing the war. Because the next game, you're not going to be that lucky. And what deciphers your success in this game is your consistency. Not your individual performance in one game. Because that can vary. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for me to even coach you, League of Legends, I need you to first get into this mindset. That you have to get into the right mindset. Because the coaching is useless otherwise. You'll be wasting your money. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'll work on that.
When you lose one game, you consistently lose. Do you notice that? Look at your OPGG. Either on stream or here, I'll screen share with you so you can look at it. But here, go ahead.
I got your stream up so I can see it.
Sure. You can also look at the screen. I don't know what the delay. It's like a second delay. You've lost the game. You've lost 2 more after that. You've won the game. You performed quite well. You had 9.2 CS a minute. You're feeling good. Your emotions are intact. You're happy. Even if shit goes wrong, you're still happy because you know that you won the last game. So you performed well. You performed well. This game's a bit awkward. A bit of an outlier. You actually did well. You performed really poorly. And then the next game you lost the next game, and then this game you should have lost. You died 11 times, but you won. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to realize that if you lose a game, you're gonna lose the next 3, 4, 5. If you win a game, you're gonna win the next 3, 4, 5. This is why your win rate is 51%. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's either you're up or down. You're flip every time you wake up and you queue, you're actually flipping a coin, not just in game, but also your own emotions. So, that's not okay. The game is enough of a coin flip. Your emotions and your mentality should not be coin flipped. That you can control. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do? What do you think you should do? Because it's not as simple as, oh, I should just stop tilting. Because if it was that easy, you would have done it by now. If it was that easy, a lot of people would have done it by now, right?
Just gotta learn how to be comfortable with losing, I guess.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
You don't know. So you can't do it.
Game.
You don't know how to do it, so you won't be able to do it. Now, well, you have to understand, your emotions need to be separate.
I mean, no one likes losing. So.
Yeah, no one likes losing. I agree. Of course nobody likes losing. So what do? You push it, right? You push it away. And when you win, you like it. I assume, right? You have to become a Witcher. I'm actually watching season 2. The Witcher is freaking awesome. But anyways, okay. You have to. So okay, there's a saying, right? There's a saying, and it basically goes like, if you win something, or if you like something, don't pull. As in, don't pull it closer to you. When you win, you tend to pull that idea closer to you because you like it. Don't do that. When you dislike an idea, like for example when you lose, don't push it away. So what I'm saying is, whether the win or the loss happens, you should just look at it for what it is. A loss is just a loss. It's nothing more. Just like what a win is. So you shouldn't feel emotional when you win the game, both positive or negative. It should just be like whatever. You won, you won. You lost, you lost. It doesn't matter. Your goal is the long run. It's not about the next day. It's about always like the next 6 months, the next year, the next 12, 18, etc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What kind of player will you be in the next 6 months, 8 months, year, 2 years, 3? That's what you're focused on. So you need to build an idea in your head that this is where I am now, okay? Like September or, December 28th, or like New Year's, let's say January 1st, I am in Platinum 4 with a piss poor win rate and I don't know what I'm doing and, this is my OPGG, right? I want you to just accept it first of all, because like part of you feels like you're not accepting the situation where you're in right now and you're trying to run away from it, and then that's breeding negative emotions, and those negative emotions are they're hindering you in game. Is that accurate even to a degree, do you think?
What, that I don't like being plat 4?
Yeah. So you need to just accept that you're plat 4. There's no difference between Platinum 4 and Diamond 4. There is no difference. The differences are so minuscule that they don't really matter. There's no difference between Bronze and Diamond 4. It's the same shit. It really is. The differences are so minuscule that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, right? So rank is just like whatever. Rank is always a byproduct, right? It doesn't matter. And if rank is something that matters to you, then you have to ask like why. If it's like, I'm playing rank to impress my friends, well, that sounds more like narcissism than it sounds like actual like drive to achieve your goals.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Hold on, I think he's talking and I can't hear him. Hello? Hold on, my bad.
Hello?
Sorry about that. This headset's a little broken.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. My apologies. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just said right. I agree.
Right? So, and by the way, we're about to go into your gameplay in a second, right? So, you need to ask yourself, am I doing this for a social climb, or do I love the game? And that's why I'm playing. I love the game. Yeah. So if that's the case, first we have to, okay, you love the game. That's good. That's why you play it. You don't care if like the next guy is like better or worse than you. You don't compare. It doesn't matter. Now you have to like accept the fact that you're Platinum 4.
Right.
You can't change that. Not now. Not yet. Right. And now what you have to do, the third step is you have to look at these wins and losses. First, be mentally aware that the win and the loss doesn't matter. It's all just a byproduct of the right processes that you have in the game. Your goal is now to focus on those right processes. It's to now completely detach your emotions from the outcome of the game. So when you like something, don't pull yourself in, don't pull towards it. And if you dislike something, don't push it away. Keep it in a neutral spot mentally, and then you will succeed.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay? Dude, there's so much shit that goes behind the scenes that can make you a better player. If you have a bad lifestyle, you're gonna have a hard time with League of Legends. Naturally. If you like working out, fitness I think is very important, right? Even the right nutrition. This is all shit that matters. And it will affect, like waking up in the mornings and having a good sleep schedule, having a consistent sleep schedule. All this shit actually does affect your gameplay. And even if people think that it doesn't, it does subconsciously. It does to a degree. And then what I want you to do is I want you to just play less. So not spam the game. Because when you spam the game, that's when you begin to play inside of this unconscious behavior. Right? How many games do you play in a day?
I'm not sure. Maybe 10.
10. How many games of those are you focused?
Play the first one.
Right. You're wasting your time. You could be doing anything else in those 9 games. Right?
Yeah.
If you played 1 game a day with complete focus, completely detach yourself from the wins or losses, in a whole year, you would have about 360 games. But those 360 games will be like very, very focused. They'll be quality. Your win rate will spike. You're going to be in a completely different rank.
Yeah, but you also improve off repetition and practice.
Yeah, that's also true. You can also play more to practice repetition. So with repetition, you can 1v1 people. You can practice your laning. But repetition doesn't matter if 9 of those games are unconscious repetition. Having a high quantity of practices is useless if there's no consciousness actually being diverted towards that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
The practice has to be meaningful. Or you're going to keep failing. So what I want you to do is stop playing so many games a day. And if you can't, then you're addicted. Then there's another problem. Right? If I told you to stop playing League of Legends, if I told you to go on like a league detox for a week, and you struggle to do that, then you need to work on your control of like yourself, control of your emotions, control of like, you know, how you operate within yourself. Because if you can control that, you're gonna have a lot more success in the game. So what I need you to do for this next season, actually after this coaching session, I need you to stop playing the game, because you are in the void right now. Okay. Stop playing the game for the 29th, the 30th, 31st, and then don't play on. Start playing the game like January 2nd. Just stop playing for 4 days completely. Go do something else after the coaching session. And then on the 2nd of January, or whatever, right? Like it could be the 3rd, the 2nd, however you feel comfortable. It could be the 1st, doesn't matter. You need to play 2 games. And yeah, don't play the game, coach. True. You need to play 2 games a day. And when you're not practicing the game, I want you to study the game. Like when you're not playing those 2 games, I want you to study watching coaching sessions. Watch like videos on YouTube, right? 1v1 people. Work on your mechanics. CS. Just practice that. You can't get tilted off of going into a practice tool and 1v1ing and CSing. You know what I mean? You're only tilting because of the outcome of the game. Don't let that control you, of course, right? But those 2 games that you play, make sure... Yeah, and then Viger V2 Patron is also really good. Make sure that those 2 games that you play are... Like, you are fully focused. Right? No distractions. No music, nothing. Just focus on the game. And I guarantee you, you'll be a completely